Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Explicitly Unbiased. Day late. Who cares? We're going to go over Monday Night Football between the Packers and the Eagles. Definitely some controversy there that we'll go over. Tush push, low scoring, ugly, Jordan Love. We'll go over it. Then we'll talk about the latest head coach in the NFL that just got fired and who maybe should replace him. A star rookie out for the year, and then we'll just transition into our picks on this beautiful Wednesday episode of Explicitly Unbiased. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that intro, and we can get started. Gerardo, good to see you as usual. How are you?
If I was any better, I definitely would not be Brian Daboll.
Nope. Unfortunately, we're not going to start there. We're going to start with the Monday Night Football game between the Eagles and the Packers. Probably one of the ugliest games of the year, if not the ugliest game of the year. I mean, it's right up there with the Raiders and Broncos on Thursday night.
I'd almost say worse.
Well, let's talk about it. It's a 10-7 ball game. Eagles are victorious. They climb to 7-2. The Packers 5-3-1, choking away the division lead to the Detroit Lions, who the Eagles face this week. Jalen Hurts 15 of 26, 183 and a touchdown. Saquon Barkley 22 carries for 60 yards. Devontae Smith for 69-1. Very nice. Jordan Love 20 of 36, 176. Josh Jacobs 21 carries, 74 yards and a touchdown. Christian Watson, your leading receiver there. Yeah, obviously just not a pretty game by any means of the word. Jordan Love had a couple of weird fumbles. He had a couple of weird
bad decision making in
bad
general.
decisions, right? Just not really utilizing the field. The play calls were just as bad. And the Eagles do just enough to scrape away with a win in Lambeau. Where do you want to start?
I'm neither impressed by either one of these teams, to be quite honest. The big thing that we talk about for the Packers, I mean, these offensive weapons are just not good. For instance, David Njoku was available to get a trade. You knew you lost Kraft for the year. Why didn't you go get him? Why didn't you go get more weapons for Jordan Love? He's clearly the type of quarterback that won't elevate the talent around him. Like, I'm just not the biggest fan of him. Josh Jacobs is kind of ho-humming around. He's a little bit regressed this season. He's not that elite level playmaker that he was last year. I mean, thus he did have the only touchdown, the only points for the Packers this game. And yet again, Packers kind of like secondary is still ass, as per usual. And the one time that the Eagles want to throw the ball, which are, mind you, both these teams, you would have never thought that both these teams were division leaders or one of them was only 2 losses. Both these teams felt like a 5-4 win team watching this game. And that's kind of like where I say they're like worse than the Raiders and Broncos in that the Raiders do suck. Where these two teams are like supposedly playoff contenders and Super Bowl contender. And offensively for the Philadelphia Eagles, have you all just not watched Dan Orlovsky like say that your team is unbelievably predictable? Like, come on now. And also don't trade AJ Brown, but yet don't ever use him. Like, I do not know what y'all doing here offensively for the Eagles. It's you have all these weapons, but don't know how to use them, which is like the opposite problem for the Packers.
No weapons, can't use them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just obviously our Packers stocks have tanked pretty hard in recent weeks. They've gone from being on the sticky note, winning the division, to now obviously they choked it away to the Lions this week, and we're wondering if they're even better than the Bears.
Mm-hmm. Seriously.
Eagles still have their division kind of on under wraps there, 7-2. Cowboys have a really bad defense to this point. We'll see how the trades impact that. I'm not thinking much. The Commanders, bad year. All the aging pieces they signed in that free agency are now going to be done for. Jaden Daniels hurt, obviously. No run game to be found of, just kind of a slump. And the Giants, kind of similar to the Commanders, kind of just hurt, beat up, old in some spots. And yeah, so this game is much more consequential to the Packers than it is the Eagles.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh yeah.
Obviously, your long term outlook is more impacted for the Packers for sure. Like, where do you think they go now?
The thing I want to like, I don't know. Like you clearly need weapons for Jordan Love. It's quite obvious that you do. There's no number one receiver on this team at all. Golden has yet to show me any sort of rookie flashes of him being what's different between him and Wicks and Watson and Dobbs. Seriously, there's nothing. You're all just kind of mediocre at best, and like Kraft being your number one weapon, like he cannot be that big of a loss tight end wise. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be able to lose a tight end. All of a sudden, your offense just stinks. That doesn't make any sense unless you're the Raiders with Bowers at this point. So, like, you clearly need to get Love some weapons. That's the number one priority this offseason, and that secondary.
As for the Eagles, I mean, this was obviously an ugly game. They've kind of had this trend the last couple of weeks, months, winning ugly. What's kind of your long term outlook for them after this?
Find a offensive coordinator. Like that's literally just it. Just find an offensive coordinator and you fix all this. And other thing too, I fully believe the tush push is banned next
Yes.
season. This
Yeah.
game fully showed how literally cheating this is. How many times was it clearly false started or offsides by the offense and blatantly didn't call it? And I was just like, you got to be kidding me.
The only way this was going to change is if people on social media were bitching about it. And I think enough people on social media are bitching about it. They don't like the reputation they're getting for this. It's going to be axed. Like,
It's
you can't.
100% one. It's not. I mean, by the definition, is it a play that happens within football? Yes, it's a football play. But like,
It's a
here's the
rugby
thing:
pile.
it's the most annoying part about all this is the fact that the rule is in place and you enforce it defensively, but you don't enforce it offensively. That makes no sense. And then I get it what they're saying. Well, you can do things in slow motion because then you would see it's false start every play. Okay. Well, guess what? What if you were able to do that? Like, why do you even have slow mo replay if you do not utilize, like, you cherry pick when you cannot use slow mo replay, right? Like when somebody has possession of the ball, whether or not it's a football move, whether or not a fumble or interception or toe tapping like occurs, or when they stepped out of bounds, those are all used for slow motion. So why in the world are you not using false starts? We're like, well, it'd be every play. But I have seen no issue with that because that means you're clearly cheating. Not cheating, but you're kind of using it to an advantage of the game. Because it's like, I mean, remember the Chiefs doing it last year. Remember the whole like offensive line jumping so early so
Mhm.
that way, like, remember that? Like, it was clear as day that it's a literal false start. Like, what are you doing? And then now this whole leverage play. As for people who may not know about, like, me talking about this literally happened in this year, the leverage play is pretty much a defensive rule where if you create leverage in order to gain a competitive advantage, it's deemed illegal. Big way that this kind of was shown already was the Broncos losing to the Colts. The Broncos did a leverage play, blocked the field goal on the last play of the game this season. I think it was week 2.
Mhm.
Blown off, flag on the play. Colts get a first down or a re-kick. I forget. Like, you got the yardage, and then they got the kick closer. Game over. And it's because you're protecting the long snapper. That's the whole leverage thing. Okay, well,
Now it's the
that
opposite
rule,
end of it where you are.
literally same rule,
Yeah.
right? You're creating leverage in order to create a competitive disadvantage offensively. And on top of it, it's a false start. Like, and I don't care what Nick Sirianni is going to say. I do not care what the Eagles. I don't care what Lane Johnson. I don't care what any of those scrubs say. At the end of the day, if you're complaining about rules offensively and defensively, guess what? This is going to just happen to you. You're literally cheating the game at this point by the letter of the law, which is ironically a rule that has been in place. I don't know how long the leverage rule has been in place, but the fact that we've allowed it to happen because they didn't win a Super Bowl, right? And then we kind of let them win the Super Bowl. What I mean by that, as in the public, is the fact that we wanted the Chiefs to lose for so long, and the fact that the Chiefs got like rolled that hard, we were all
I
kind
was
of
pulling
happy
for the
about it.
Chiefs that year, but I kind of just wanted to make people in my own fan base mad for my own petty reasons. But
Yeah, I mean, like everybody wanted they wanted Taylor Swift to be ruined, and the fact that it was like the Chiefs were the
people
most
people got
hateable.
people got Chiefs fatigue. Yeah,
Yes, and now we are tush push fatigue because Eagles are one of the most insufferable fan bases of all time.
well, they always were.
Yes, exactly. Mind you, people, these are the people who decided to punch horses after winning a Super Bowl.
I think that was the
So,
only time since 2001 that the general public was on the side of the Patriots.
hmm exactly, and that's what all I got to say about this clear violation of NFL rules that has literally been made.
All right, so we can jump right into the meat and potatoes of this. Gerardo, there was another head coach fired from his job. Not somebody we have on the big board as far as getting fired this soon. We knew
hmm
that it was always going to be a possibility. New York Giants have fired Brian Daboll uh, after a 2-7 start, 2-8 start. Um, Obviously, not quite the season that he wanted. Obviously, we knew that he was going to be on hot water, thin
hmm
ice, um, and they decided to call it now. Matt Kafka, I believe his name, is going to be taking over as the interim, the offensive coordinator there.
Yeah,
Um,
former quarterback at Northwestern, former Eagles quarterback.
there you go.
I
And
believe
Joe
that's Mike
Shane
Kaplan.
is keeping his job as the general manager. So
Fired the wrong dude, kept the wrong dude. That's how I look at
let's
it.
get into that.
Um, record wise, I get why you're frying Brian Daboll, but objectively, they've been competitive against very much teams that are punching. They're punching way above their weight. Seriously, this is a guy who's a. This is a team that's a featherweight champion that was going all 10 rounds with Mike Tyson in his prime in all these games. They had no reason to be this competitive, this close to all these games. To If the Broncos win the Super Bowl, imagine you lost in the fourth quarter to them. Okay, that's not a bad loss. On top of that, especially they were one of the only teams to put 32 points against them with no neighbors. And did Scadaboo was already gone by that point? Or no? No, I think Scadaboo was still on that team. He wasn't hurt by then. Because I think we're only 2 weeks removed from Cam Scadaboo
Yeah,
or
2 or 3
3.
weeks.
Yeah. So that means no, he was
You're
all
talking about
part
the
of that.
Eagles game on Thursday night.
Yep.
Oh, let's take a look. Yeah, Scottaboo had 98 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So yes. So you are playing with no neighbors, and even with neighbors, mid to below half offense, right?
Wandale
And
Robinson was the leading receiver, if that's all you
yeah,
need to know.
dude, exactly. And they put up 32 points against the Denver Broncos, who are leading their division. They was it if you could put up their schedule, like they lost to the Broncos by 1 point.
Yeah, we can run through since that Eagles game. They
Mhm.
lost to the Broncos by a point, 33-32. They lost to the Eagles by 18. Um, that was the game that Scottaboo broke his ankle.
And you
They
would
lost to
argue if
San Francisco
Scadaboo
by
was
10, and they lost to Chicago by 4. One,
like,
2, 3, 4. 4-game losing streak.
yep. Which
Of
granted, any coach who has
all
a
but
4 game,
there's two possession games in there.
yeah. Are you
Then
kidding me?
yeah,
And if you
happened
had Scadaboo against if you had Scadaboo, I bet you they actually win some of those games and make it a lot closer for the
probably
Eagles.
this past weekend.
Yeah. Like seriously. So, and also the offense clearly improved once Dart got there, which is Brian Daboll's specialty. Like he's making like He's making a 5-star meal out of fucking piss and shit over there.
I appreciate the visual. Thank you.
Like because that's what it is. It's like, dude, it's just Wandale Robinson. What? Like wide receiver 3 for most teams, in like no running game, which is literally Dart. And Dart has been unbelievably exceptional like this. And I think his development was all on Brian Daboll. They're going to keep the offensive coordinator because they think that was the main reason. Oh, but Brian Daboll was really the one calling the plays. And I think there may be a huge drop off afterwards.
Obviously,
Now,
Joe Shane, she keeps his job.
yes, the guy who made unbelievably stupid decisions in what was it, keeping Daniel Jones over
Was that
Saquon
his
Barkley,
decision in 2022?
or was that David Gettleman?
It might have still been Gettleman.
Okay.
Giants GMs by year. Yeah, that was Shane's call in 2022.
Okay. Good job.
So think of the Giants the last 3 seasons. I mean, some tough draft classes in there.
What you're hanging your head on because he's the one who drafted
Dart and
Jackson
Scatterby.
Dart and
William
Scatterby and Neighbors, right? Dart, Scatterby, Neighbors, and Abdul Carter.
2022, Thibodeau, who's
Hit.
still a key piece in there.
Mm-hmm.
Evan Neal, who is kind of busted out as far as what Giants fans tell me.
Yeah, he's kind of not. It stinks.
And that was pretty much all of it for 2022. Wandale Robinson still there, nice little receiver. Deontay Banks in the first round.
Fine.
John Michael Schmitz, another
Okay.
offensive lineman.
Don't know.
Jalen Hyatt, bust.
Mm-hmm.
Malik Neighbors, Tyler Nubin.
Good. Not good.
That's
for
kind of
Newman.
it for that class. And 2025, obviously, you had the big 3, Carter, Dart, and Scatterby.
So within 3 draft classes, which are averaging 7 picks a year, and that's 21 total picks, you have hit on
1, 2, 2.5. What's the call on Deontay Banks? Is he any good?
No. And listen, exactly. We're having to figure out if this player's any good. That tells you. Wandale Robinson, I'm not counting as a win for
I was
him
giving him a half point, but
because look where he was drafted and look at his performance. No way.
it's about as a second round pick. That's kind of about standard.
That's bust. Yeah, you need to be more than a third receiver. Like, you should be close to, if you're drafted within the first 3 rounds, you need to be at least a Pro Bowl level player. Yeah, exactly. So 1, 2, and then
is Deontay Banks good?
I do not know who that is. So there you go.
The corner, their first round pick in 23, came out of Maryland.
The only player I've seen defensively for the secondary that's been good is Belton, and I'm sure that's not theirs.
Belton?
Isn't it number 24 for them?
Yeah. Dane Belton was a Shane pick, but yeah, these classes are very top heavy.
So yeah, you'd look at Dart and Abdul, and then also Scatterby. Neighbors. What's that? 6 total picks out of 21.
Thibodeau.
Yeah,
he hasn't been good this year. He's only got 2.5 sacks. Yeah, wasn't good last year either.
So he's edging on like busting out.
Could be busting. Yeah.
So 5 out of 21 picks. And then what have they done in free agency?
Not much.
Thank you. So why are you keeping this dude? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, because you might is either here's the logic, right? If you keep a head coach but fire your GM, the new GM is going to instantly damn near fire Daboll, right? He has no attachment to that. Where this way, right? Like, but to me, this was I don't like either or the scenario. It's either GM had to been so good that he got you the pieces, and you just don't know how to win with them, which is not the case here. You're clearly being talented enough to be competitive in these games where I would have written them off.
And injuries killed them.
Exactly.
This isn't
Like
anything Daboll could control. He can't
exactly.
control
So yeah,
Scadaboo
Daboll
snapping his
Daboll got
ankle.
neighbors hurt. Daboll got Dart in a concussion protocol twice, and Daboll got Scadaboo's ankle to go left. Like no, like that's not the case. And also, this is the crap that you gave Daboll. Also, you decided to sign Daniel Jones and letting Saquon Barkley walk. Like this is what you gave the man. Like I don't know, and this is the thing that nobody knows, right? We do not know if Brian Daboll was the one who advocated for Daniel Jones getting a contract. We do not know that.
I had to
What we
rewatch the Hard Knocks episode.
Yeah. What we do know is that not only did he let Saquon Barkley walk when he like flat out lied to his fucking owner. After watching that, if I was the owner, I would have shot him. Like, let's be honest. If you were an owner of an NFL team, Caleb, and your GM lied to you on fucking TV, straight up, and you saw that footage, and then Saquon goes to the fucking Eagles, what would you have done to your GM?
I don't know about shoot him. Maybe give him his walking papers.
I'll give him right to heaven, baby. Like but you see, like you publicly fucking embarrassed me to 31 other owners. And on top of that, one of the 31 owners won a fucking Super Bowl with him. And not to mention, granted, how we feel about Daniel Jones is not testament to his success, really. But how embarrassing is it that as at the Mara family, that oh yeah, every player that fucking leaves us somehow is successful. So when we had him, we wasn't
Jabril Peppers
shit.
was pretty good in New England when we got him.
Like it's like you know what I'm saying. The only one that could hang their hat on was freaking OBJ, and he ended up winning a Super Bowl anyway.
As a sidecar, but still,
Yeah, it was like it's so dumb because what's going to end up happening is unless this dude somehow hits 7 for 7 or these players somehow really develop from 22 to now, why are you he's going to get fired. The GM's going to get fired. And so you have a new head coach and fired and you got a new GM. Guess what the new GM's going to do? I
they're
didn't
gonna
want this
clash.
head coach.
Yeah, they're gonna clash.
And then guess what the Mara family's going to do? Hey, can you work with this head coach? And you know what the GM's going to do because it's 1 out of 32 jobs? Yeah, I can. And then what's the first thing they start losing? Is he going to say, that's not the head coach I wanted? So now we're back at square one. And now we have single-handedly worsened Jackson Dart's development again.
This
Why?
isn't like a
Like,
Patriots scenario where he goes through the crap year with Mayo and then all of a sudden Vrabel shows up.
mm-hmm. Like, but at least it's still within like the Patriot sphere. Like you're just getting a better version of what you were hoping Mayo was going to turn out to be, right? Like that's what that was. Where this is just like I got inept organization. I have stupidity on all fronts, and I've also been publicly shamed and embarrassed on TV of these stupid decisions in the number one city in America. Yeah, I would probably do a complete scratch on this whole operation. You either uproot the whole problem or keep the only person like I was really okay with riding out Dayball for 8 games next season. Really. Jackson Dart was your savior. And Jackson Dart has showed me that I'm competitive in games. Okay. All I need is neighbors and Scadaboo back and maybe some extra weapons. I could fuck with it. You know? And all of a sudden now it's just like, yeah, by the way, the guy who because also look at it, what we're having a young quarterback epidemic right now in the NFL, right? They're being coached wrong. They're going through all this adversity when this needs to be the most stable part of this quarterback's career. And now here we go again. And then next thing you know, what are we gonna have a conversation between 5 to 6 years from now, about how Dayball pissed away Jackson Dart and the New York franchise pissed away Jackson Dart, and now he's playing quarterback for some undisclosed
He's a
team, and now
backup for the Niners about to go get his
not
career
even he's like
resurrected.
exactly, and then all of a sudden he throws 500 yards a game and wins like 2 rushing touchdowns, 4 passing touchdowns. Like, what are we on about? I'm getting tired of this scenario happening.
Thankfully,
Like,
the Patriots didn't screw up Drake May too bad. They got that.
uh, I feel like he was inevitable though. Like his talent, what like you would have to have been really dude. But look at the talent he's playing with. Yes, I understand that's coaching, but like the dude
The
still got to
talent's
throw the
gotten a little
ball.
better from last year. Um,
But you saw it
just for the
yes
direct
last
comparison,
year.
if the Patriots had kept Gerard Mayo in that operation, with how rough around the edges Made looked last year, I don't know if he ever turns into anything close to what he's doing now.
Not close now, but I would tell you this: that it was just more of win losses. I don't think Drake May look bad last year at all. I
I
would
thought he
consider.
was a little rough around the edges. I
No,
thought he was. I thought he was a little sloppy.
I
And
think
to
to me
start
he was.
this year, he was a little sloppy.
I would say like you're getting because the thing is people don't want to deal with rookie pains, growing pains, and it's like, dude, that dude is supposed to be bad for like the first 3 years of his career, but you need to see glimpse of like of elite talent. Drake May was already doing that
Yeah, he
his
was
rookie
glimpsing for
season.
sure. I'll give him that.
Like Jake, it's like Jackson Dart, right? It's I need to see elite level play, but I'm okay with sloppiness. The dude has it in droves. Like I can see that dude be a dog. Does he need a little coaching here and there? Because that's where the coaching to me really matters is the little things. I need Drake May showed me big thing success. He did. The dude was throwing for like over 220 yards a game last year. Like he was exceptionally mobile and he was making his wide receivers look a whole lot better than they actually were last year. Despite it being literal dog shit that he was throwing to. And it's the same thing with Jackson Dart. His offense is literal dog shit. His offensive line is inconsistent as fuck. He's had 2 bad injuries that completely derailed him. And now his biggest advocate for keeping his employment on that team has just been fired. Because I fully believe Brian Daboll wanted Dart more than um what's his
Dane did.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we close out, let's take a look at some names that are being thrown around for this job.
Well, it's
Do
the
you want to
Giants'
tackle?
job, so it is highly touted. This is
Yes,
actually
it's still one of those big one of those big franchises that need a that everybody would fall over head over heels to get.
and you're
Um,
getting young quarterback and some young wide. You're getting young offense, which is amazing, and you're getting a decent defense too. To be quite honest with you,
God, why does CBS like hate my VPN? I don't get it.
I'll tell you who won my head coaching favor would be Clint Kubiak.
Okay,
That's not a bad shot. I think
it's
he's going to
actually
get.
yeah, it's one of the top names that Fox Sports has. So I'm gonna run down
Mhm.
the list and I'm gonna outline it for him. So first things first, Mike Tomlin.
Get the fuck out of here.
That it would require the Steelers parting ways, and it's been rumored, but I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would feel too strongly about that. Like we'll see it. We'll talk about it when we see it. Lane Kiffin.
No.
You don't see him coming to the NFL.
Oh, I mean, he started his career in the NFL already, but I think he's a college dude through and through. That one
Big.
is literally because he coached him at fucking Ole Miss. It's literally the ass pull.
How about this college coach, Bill Belichick?
No, I saw those reports. It's because it's New York. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
no, it's like I think Belichick would, if he could pick to have any job in the universe, this would be the job he'd want.
Hmm?
Head coach of the New York Giants, an opportunity he didn't get when he probably deserved it most back
Yeah,
in
but
the
Jackson
early
Dart is
2000s.
like the most un-Bill Belichick quarterback of all time.
It's true.
He would literally ruin him, and he would probably get him. He would. And the sad part is, Bill Belichick would make Jackson Dart look bad to the media in the narrative, and people, oh, Jackson Dart is washed. It's like, no, that old fuck is washed.
Could you also imagine Jordan Hudson in the New York tabloids?
Yeah, it's you're just making the Jets part two.
Uh, Listen, UNC's had quite a turnaround in the last month or two, but I can't see it.
No,
I don't see the Giants doing that.
no.
Mike McCarthy, that's a name that I could see.
This is what I'm gonna say about him.
It's
One,
a
I do
milk
like him.
toast. It's a milk toast candidate
Yes, it
or a
is, but
milk
at the
toast GM. Middle of the road,
because
inoffensive.
he's not gonna argue with the general manager. He's always played nice with general managers.
He's inoffensive.
Yep, he really doesn't care. He just knows ball. He's actually very much better than what people actually give credit for, to be quite honest with you.
He's a program builder.
Yeah, and also the only reason why he got fired at Dallas was just because fucking Dak just kept getting hurt.
And I think you kind of met your ceiling with him. I think you needed a new, fresh operation. Maybe not Schottenheimer, but
I get where you can.
I think Mike McCarthy would be like a solid B+ hire.
Yeah, he's your bridge quarterback. He's your bridge coach.
He's going to build that ground floor for you.
Yeah, but the thing for me though is I would just rather have like.
Yeah, you'd want a flashier option for sure.
It's not flashier. What I mean by saying that is you want somebody to identify it's. You're hiring a coach because you want to win a Super Bowl, right? Mike McCarthy's not doing that.
No.
So stop beating around the bush. Deal with trials and
tribulations. How close are the Giants to winning a Super Bowl, do you think?
Oh, no, I mean, they're not, but I'm saying it's the same thing whether you hire Mike McCarthy or go get a guy that can build his type of culture. Rather, you prolong you winning, not winning a Super Bowl, hiring Mike McCarthy. I think you just go into culture, like over and over and over again. Like you're doing the problem that everybody has is inconsistency. Just stick with a guy and stick with the plan.
How about Kevin Stefanski if he gets fired from Cleveland?
What
Because
your argument
Cleveland
is
mess is not his fault. Everybody knows that he's a good coach.
Right, but then also it's just like I'm willing to have that excuse for a little bit, but then at the same time, it's like I'm gonna need to know the truth. Like I'm gonna need to know how much you're on board were you with stuff like that, because I'm take everything with a grain of salt. Oh, he wasn't the full blame on that. Supposedly, what was it? The martyr was the GM because he said about I made
Haslam wanted Watson.
Yeah. Back. Yes, but how much did what if Kevin Stefanski was like, dude, you should totally get him? Like, it's like, was he fighting against him getting it, or was he just like?
Well, we know that he wanted nothing to do with Shooter Sanders.
Yes. Like,
that is played out by
because to me that's still a bad pick. Like, if you come to find out that he really wanted Watson just as much as him, he was just like, oh, if this doesn't work out, I'm taking the fall for it, not you. That means you're equally as stupid. And it's also the Browns organization too. Like, because Kevin Stefanski is hanging on the fact that he made the Browns look good with Baker Mayfield.
They've been largely competitive, like in between the years of Baker and Watson, I believe. Like, wasn't Watson hurt one of the years, and they brought Joe Flacco to the playoffs? Like,
yeah, but
they've been largely competitive.
I would take somebody else.
How about Matt Nagy?
Is that what?
Kansas State Chiefs offensive coordinator. He used to coach the Bears in
2018. Now, granted, dude, he got a screw job at the Bears, low key. Like, the only reason why Matt Nagy's a bad coach is the double doink. That's literally the only reason why he's a bad coach. When the Bears were about to beat the Eagles, the Super Bowl, the Eagles who ended up going to the Super Bowl that year, and like, I fully believe that that Bears team was dumb talented too. Like, you would have seen Mitchell Trubisky in a Super Bowl, which is insane to think.
They were my preseason pick in 2019 to go to the Super Bowl.
I loved him, dude. When they traded for Khalil Mack too, I loved how aggressive
Allen Robinson was still in his prime.
Dude, they were so aggressive and so nice during that
Jordan
time
Howard,
too.
Another running back there.
Yeah.
Tariq Cohen, remember him?
Mm-hmm. He was like 5'6",
but he had fucking burners.
Yeah,
Matt Nagy's up there, probably your favorite so far.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Fuck off.
Yeah, after this year, I
no. Cliff Kingsbury is reverse Matt Rule. Really good first year, decent second year, fireable third year. Everywhere he's gone.
We said Clint Kubiak already.
I love that. I love that pick. I think he's going to be awesome. Look what he's doing at Seattle. Look what he's done with Seattle for two different quarterbacks. Like two drastically different quarterbacks too.
The next name is Jeff Hafley, the Green Bay Packers D coordinator.
Hell no.
Well, here's the ties. Here's the justification. He's never been an NFL head coach before. So he was the head coach at BC for 4 years, 2020 to 2023. And the ties between the Giants and BC, where John Mara is an alum, are pretty deep. And sometimes that matters more than you think.
So get Bill O'Brien.
I think that ship has sailed. The last name is Lou Anarumo, the Colts D coordinator.
No.
Shane interviewed Anarumo before he hired Daboll.
I know that. Yeah. The funny part is Brian Daboll is going to be a great offensive coordinator to another team.
Houston?
I would take Kubiak out of all of them.
I would consider McCarthy.
I would because one, he comes from a lineage of that offense always being completely successful in the league. And on top of that, he has a proven track record that he's made two quarterbacks look extremely amazing in Geno Smith and Sam Darnold.
Well, we think Sam Darnold is genuinely amazing.
Right, but like look how piss poor Geno. Yeah. Like Geno was like a 70% completion percentage guy. And on top of that, look at his turnover rate on offensive weapons. He went from Geno Smith looking that good with DK and Tyler Lockett to now Sam Darnold looking that good with JSN and nobody else really.
Old man Cup.
And
have decent tight ends.
Yeah, and then he also comes from a Super Bowl winning family from his father. Also Shanahan offense that he has learned, that Shanahan also has been completely successful in this league as well too. Like, I think he's the best bet.
I think Kubiak and McCarthy would probably be my top two.
Yeah. McCarthy is just, he needs to go to a team like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what other team is. I've given him to fucking Miami. That's what really, you want a guy who's just going to completely reset a culture and just be vanilla and plain toast. That's the perfect place to go to.
That's not a bad spot because they need it. They need
that. That's what I mean by like, Giants don't have bad culture. They just have idiots at the top. Like the decision makers are just idiots. Where I think McCarthy needs to be the, like him in New York is just not going to do well. I think because it's not like he's just dealing with dumbasses and he's like, well, this is the crap that I'm given. It's not like I can do much with. He's never going to argue with you. So you're just going to let stupidity continue to happen. And where I think like you send him to Miami, he's like, well, all this shit sucks. And I know why y'all brought me in here for. And they're also needing a new GM. So at least
you fire him. That's right. You pair somebody with McCarthy. I mean,
that's way better because the problem is that you get Joe Shane and he's fucking tied. Like this, it's a recipe for a disaster. It really is. Even if you get like, because the sad part is if the coach they bring in somehow wins like 9 games next season, Joe Shane, despite his ineptitude, is still going to be a fucking GM. And then guess what happens the year afterwards? They only win 5 games because he's still inept as a GM on free agency and draft picks. The two only jobs that he has to do. So I would just say go get Clint Kubiak. Fire the GM and get Clint Kubiak. Like or get somebody that pairs. I'm always a big fan of pairing guys because you're both equally stupid. Let's figure it out.
That's why McCarthy would work out in Miami because everybody needs a fresh start down there.
Yeah, literally.
I get the logic. I do get it. Okay, that video is going to be a long one, Gerardo.
The Giants fans will love that. I know that.
We could probably split that one into two: our instant reaction to Daboll getting fired, and then
what should the Giants
discussing
do?
Candidates? Yeah, split that one right down the middle. Okay, last one before we get into our picks. Travis Hunter I believe it was a torn LCL. He's out for the rest of the year. Some might say playing two ways could have contributed to this.
Yep.
He obviously got hurt in practice, I believe, right? It wasn't like an in-game injury.
Yep.
Liam Cohen is now without Travis Hunter. He's without Brian Thomas Jr. for a little bit. There's Jacoby Myers and friends for Trevor Lawrence. So, you go to your kind of instant reactions as you digest this.
You're not going to see Travis Hunter play two ways anymore. That was it. It was, you were going to get, the argument was going to happen where if the only way he plays two ways, if he plays both at an elite level rookie season, was not happening. Believe it or not.
Wasn't elite at either.
Yep. He wasn't. Then the worst thing happened. He got hurt because he plays too many, because that's what this injury is, essentially, is wear and tear on, you are doing two jobs. That means you're having two different practices. You're doing two different things a lot. That's a lot of strain on your ligaments. So guess what? Pick a side now. And I think they're going to go with him offensively. I think so.
Need the most help there.
It's not even just that. I just think, granted, I loved him defensively. I think he's going to be an elite.
Most people coming out when he was coming out of college said he was a better corner than he was a receiver.
He is. I think him playing both ways was just cute because he doesn't have any route. He's very sloppily in his route running progression. He's just athletic. That's the thing. He's just an athletic player you're putting out there. And of course, every once in a while, he's going to beat dudes. If he goes against, if Patrick Surtain really wanted to, that bro would shut him down instantly. But I think that they're going to make him fully a wide receiver next year. They're like, you're not playing defense. That's it. And I think that was this ligament, this injury, because it didn't happen. It happened at practice, and it was probably because practicing too much. So guess what? They're just going to shut that shit down. And go ahead.
What's kind of your instant reaction? Like his rookie season is over. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna analyze it the best you can, what's kind of your analysis on his rookie campaign?
Based on the draft capital, D.
That's your grade.
Yep.
What's the analysis?
The analysis, long-term wise, I meant
more so like how he played his rookie year. Like, what did you like? What did you not like? What did you see?
I didn't like any of it, to be quite honest with you. It was just like, you should have just played you should have just sat him down and be like, this shit's cute, but pick a side. And that's it. Like, it's never going to happen in the NFL. You're never going to get a two-way player. It's not going to happen. You could have made offensive packages, because that's the thing people don't understand. It's easier to insert him offensively for a package or two. It is harder to make him a full-fledged wide receiver and be like, oh yeah, by the way, go cover Nico Collins right now. No, there's no packages on defense, because what you're doing is you're pre-exposing your scheme.
Because you're going to give him like 2-3 jobs. And people are going to know those 2-3 jobs.
The thing is, you put yourself in a deficit. If you pull out Travis Hunter and you have special packages for him defensively, the offense knows what you're running. You're already at a competitive disadvantage. And he is not at the point where I'm willing to. Exactly. So make him defensively. I have seen Mike Vrabel catch touchdown passes. I have seen J.J. Watt catch.
In the Super Bowl, by the way. Mike Vrabel probably has more Super Bowl catches than your favorite wide receiver. I like showing that propaganda.
I've seen defensive players have packages put in place for them to be successful.
Patriots have one now with their D tackle, Kairos Tonga, playing fullback.
Refrigerator Perry, Bijan Robbins. BJ Raji. Like,
Dante
dude, thank you. We have seen this time.
JJ Watt, even.
Which he should have won MVP that season.
Yeah.
Which was insane.
Yeah. But people are saying that about Jonathan Taylor right now.
But the thing was, to me, that clearly make him a DB and just say 90% DB, 10% wide receiver.
Or don't have him play defense at all.
or straight up, you're just wide receiver and make what you would just have. You're hoping Brian Thomas Jr. and Hunter and a Jacoby Myers led offense is. I mean, the pieces aren't bad.
If Brian
Like,
Thomas can actually play like he had, like we've seen him play before,
I want that to be
that's
so
that's
bad.
a pretty solid wide receiver group.
Yeah, that's probably a top 10 group. You could almost argue based on projection. Jacoby Myers being in an elite level third wide receiver, essentially for what 3 wide receivers are. He's unbelievably consistent, and he's going to do all the things that the other wide
He's a
receivers are
poor
probably.
man's Larry Fitz.
Yes. So I think that's what they're probably going to go with long term. But yeah, two-way shit is done with. That's over with. And what Travis Hunter did also for the league, for the history of the league, there will never be a two-way player. Like, you're not going to spend that much draft capital for 2 players.
I kind of agree with you. It was cute. Time to get over it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some picks. We tied last week.
Woo.
9 for 15, 9 for 15. Unfortunately for me, you got the tiebreaker. You picked a lower score than me, but not because you thought it was going to be a low scoring game.
Yeah. I didn't think
as far as against the spread, I went 9 for 15. You went 8.5 for 15. You went 5.5 for 15. So not great for you against the spread. We'll have to up those numbers. I'm very interested to see what the end total is going to be at the end. If we made any money or lost it.
we lost every single penny. I promise you that.
Oh, come on. We had some good weeks. Or you had some good weeks.
Yeah, now it's a little bit different. I think the Texans game screwed me over. The only game I feel like that I got right was what? What was a good game that I got right? We both lost the Bills game. That one just.
Yeah, you didn't have any insane polls.
I think I had one that just went against you, I think.
Yeah,
Who did
I
I
picked
say to
Tampa.
Yep.
Otherwise, you didn't have anything that really.
I pulled for the Giants because I wanted them to win.
That really went stupid wrong. Yeah, I don't see anything that went stupid wrong for you. That didn't also go stupid wrong for me. The Rams against the Niners. That's one. Jacksonville against Houston. Oh, that was rough.
Yeah. But that game, that score total is not indicative of what that game actually was, which is funny. Did we take the Panthers over the Saints?
I did. You didn't.
I knew the inconsistency of that team.
But then you took the Giants over the Bears. You took the Jags over the Texans. You took the Browns.
Hey,
over
now
the Jets.
listen, they lost to the Bears.
There you go. You took the Browns over the Jets.
Yep.
But let's get into week 11. Thursday night football. It's in my backyard. I'm trying to go, but nobody wants to go with me. The Jets are headed to Foxborough to take on the Patriots. The Patriots are an 11.5 point favorite at home. Where are you going with this?
Patriots both ways.
I'm going to take the Patriots, obviously. 11 is a lot of points, but the Jets just
have no offense.
They killed
and they
everything.
got rid of. Yeah, they literally got rid of everything.
But they won last week. It was against the Browns, but
exactly. Browns can't win at home. Win on the road. Browns can win at home.
The Patriots blew the Panthers out at home, but I'm going to take the Jets to cover. 11 points is a lot.
I would say stop overthinking it. It's going to
11 points is a lot, and putting Jets will cover.
38-7.
The Patriots don't blow people out like that.
Not yet. Not yet.
Washington at Miami. Anybody who watches this game is entitled to financial compensation. Miami minus 2.5. I'm taking
Washington
Miami both ways.
I'm taking Washington both ways.
All right. Tampa Bay at Buffalo. Buffalo's struggling, but so is Tampa. Buffalo minus 5.5.
Give me Buffalo to win, Tampa to cover.
Yep. Good. Houston at Tennessee. Houston minus 7.5.
Yeah, I got Houston winning this both ways.
Yeah, me too. Titans just suck.
Yeah.
We've even stopped like trying to pump up Cam Ward's tires. That's just over.
He's literally the only player on that team that's worth a fuck.
Carolina at Atlanta. Atlanta minus 3.5. Give me Carolina in an upset.
Yes, it's one of these games where Carolina's just gonna fucking win. Like
They fucking smoked them last time they played.
Two of the most inconsistent teams. One just loses more.
And now they're gonna have like the game of the year, fucking 55-52.
That are 3-3 going into the fourth quarter.
Well, no, that's on brand. We need to go off brand.
Yeah, give me Panthers on this one both ways.
Yeah. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh minus 5.5. Going Cincy in an upset. I don't like what I've seen from the Steelers lately.
Cincy to cover, Pittsburgh to win.
Chugging right along. Chicago at Minnesota. JJ McCarthy, 9. So, Gerardo, what I want you to do before this game, we need to meditate a little.
Okay.
Just gonna close your eyes, do the circle on the hands thing. Yep. Just like the meme. Yep. Perfect. My meditation tells me that the Vikings are winning this.
What's the spread?
3.
Bears both ways.
I hope you're right. And just
JJ
like
gets
that,
hurt.
all of Vikings land. They probably thought I was the baby face here. With that take, they're just shoving me right down the drain. The Chargers at the Jaguars. The Chargers are minus 3. I'll take the Chargers.
Yep, I'll take Chargers.
Jags just suck. Green Bay at NYG. Green Bay minus 7.5.
New coach vibe.
Giants to cover.
I'm giving Giants both ways. New coach vibe always works.
I'll take Green Bay to win. Seattle at the Rams. The Rams are minus 2.5.
Whole Seattle upset, baby. I love this.
I'm with it. Going right along with you. San Francisco headed down to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. The Niners are 2.5 point favorites. Still no word on Brock Purdy, but I'm going to assume he's not playing.
Yeah, it's Mac Jones all the way. Give me the 49ers to win. Both ways.
Cardinals have been
potential upset game, I would say also here.
I'm going to take the Cardinals. They've been frisky. Jacoby Brissett, battle of backup quarterbacks, battle of former Patriot backup quarterbacks. I'll take Jacoby. I like what I've seen from that team. They just fight. Kansas City at Denver. Denver minus 3.
Ooh, some good money right here to put on KC.
I'm taking KC both ways.
But I'm taking Denver both ways. Denver, nah.
Don't split the baby on 3.5.
Yeah, it was 3.5. Yeah, because I know it's going to be less than 3. I know it's going to be a less than 3 game.
Give me Denver both ways.
Denver to win, but Kansas to cover 100%.
Soft. Baltimore.
I need to make some fucking picks up so I can start winning some money around here.
You've been kicking my ass against the spread all year. I don't know what you're talking about. Baltimore at Cleveland. Baltimore minus 8.5. I'll take the Ravens both ways.
Give me Cleveland to cover and give me Ravens to win. Cleveland at home they just know how to play better at home. Incoming Myles Garrett, like 4 game sacks.
Lions at Eagles on Sunday Night Football. Eagles minus 1.5. Give me Detroit.
Litmus test for the Lions, whether or not they're Super Bowl contenders.
They got to beat this team for sure.
Seriously.
Especially after losing to that fucking puke.
I want the Lions to win.
You're taking Philly.
Yeah, because I just feel like they're going to do this bullshit again that we just saw on TV. Well, I got Lions going both ways. Fuck it. Fuck the Birds.
Lions both ways. There you go.
Yep.
Give me a score. Cowboys at Raiders.
We got this in
Cowboys,
prime time. Holy shit.
Cowboys minus 3.5.
Uh,
I'm going 30-10 Cowboys.
give me 30, 34-6. It's going to be a bad game. That's
That
40.
gives us both 40 points.
Oh, damn it. My bad. I'm sorry. Give me 41 then. Give me a 35.
All right. If it's a low-scoring game, I win. If it's a high-scoring game, you win.
Yeah, so essentially it's that whole dollar bet thing.
Yep. But those are our picks, everybody. Under an hour. Very good. Anything you want to say to the fine people at home before we close this one out?
Yes, Giants, if you're watching this, I just highly suggest you fire Joe Shane. Just do that, please. Like, just be smart. What the league needs is more competition. We don't need more ineptitude. We already have two franchises who do that very well. It's called the Browns and Jets. Let's not continue to do this because it is becoming an epidemic, Caleb. And you would say that about these young quarterbacks getting screwed over by organizations, and they're not being busted anymore. The organization is now a bust. And I think that this really needs to stop. It's getting to the point where you're seeing bad football play because of it. And so if you see this, Giants, that's all I got to say about that.
What about to the rest of the folks?
Now, all you beautiful people out there, thank you so much for liking and subscribing all of our videos. I know we were a little bit inconsistent. I did fall asleep yesterday.
You're a bigger man than me. I don't admit my mistakes when we come on.
I would be more than happy to tell them the absolute truth. I was on 2 hours of sleep, and I was like, yeah, like I'll set my alarm. So it was bad when 2 to 3 alarms went off and I didn't wake up. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, it's probably time to go the podcast. And I look and it's like, oh, it's fucking 5:30.
And I had just given up to go to bed myself.
Yeah, and I was just like,
I got a whole season done on my Arkansas dynasty.
So there's that. See, there we go. How did we feel about that? Where are we at with the Arkansas dynasty?
We were ranked 25, another 8-4 year, another year in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl.
Amen to that.
We beat.
Amen.
Who'd we beat last year at that? Who'd we beat? We beat Tulane. We beat Tulane at the Gator Bowl last year. Now we're playing USF. So we'll go through that. 5-star quarterback, his true freshman year, I started him. Kind of a iffy year. We'll try to get him better there. But
as always, yeah. I mean, you never know. Explicitly Unbiased could have its own, dynasty league one day. It'd be pretty sweet. Explicitly Gaming. That'd be pretty cool. But also to find people at home as well. Just thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate y'all's patience with us. Like I said, it's our rookie season, and Gerard Mayo's our head coach right now. So we have elite talent. We're just not getting dubs.
All right. We'll see y'all Sunday night, Monday morning.
Hasta luego.